Hello, my name is Robbie Ward, and I want to thank you for listening to few of my stories. And I've been collecting over the last 30 plus years. Everyone enjoys laughing, and I hope that, these here will bring a little laughter to your day too. I found that if you hang around the right people, they will help write your stories for you. I got one good friend. He knew his marriage was on the rocks. He come home work early one day, and his wife had her bags packed. The car was 3/4 loaded. I'm up behind her and said, "Shirley, what are you doing?" She kind of jumped for a minute, and she said, "Well, Roll, I hope to get out of here before you get home." And she said, "I just decided. I can't take you no more. I'm leaving you for good." He rubbed his chin and said, "Well, okay," he said, "but it's almost 5 o'clock. You get time to get supper before you go?" That's the last words to his wife. From then on in, he called her plaintiff. One time, my boss and I were stopping in for lunch at the local grocery store. They had a little cafeteria thing there too, and the whole thing. And we went in there, and we met a fella. He was kind of well known for being a fairly good fighter, and he'd done a fair amount of scrap. And he was grocery shopping with his mother, and she was getting up there in age, but he needed to call. So he took her to the store, and they were shopping. Anyway, Claude met him, the boss, and he said something cute to him, about, maybe losing a fight the night before. And he said, "Oh, there's nobody around here can beat me." And, we joked with that. And he said, "Look, we'll go outside and I'll show you what I can do to you." So Claude looked at him for a minute and looked at him and his mother and said, "Yeah," he said, "you talk pretty tough when your mother's with you. What are you going to do if she's not around? What do you do then, Anyway, then there's a story about grandmother. She heard on the news that there was a car going the wrong way on the highway. That's where her husband, her grandfather, was headed. So she thought she'd call him on the cell phone so that, she'd warn him in case this car was coming, right? So anyway, they went and she called on the phone and she said, "Look, be careful. I heard on the radio that there is a car going the wrong way on the highway." He said, "One car? I must have met over 100. But anyway, there's another story about a well-known millionaire. He was known for his big, lavish parties, and he went and he had a swimming pool, a big one. Decided to drain it down about 2 feet, and fill it full of alligators. And he had a party a couple days' time, and what the deal was that anybody that could cross the swimming pool with the alligators in it was worth $500,000. So he got all the pool filled with alligators, and had all the guests around, had them all standing one in the pool. So the Saturday come, he asked for any challengers. Nobody wanted for $500,000. No takers. All right, $1 million, he said. $1 million, anybody can cross that pool. Nobody took a bit at all. He said, "Okay. How about I'll give you 2 beautiful daughters. I'll give you married to one of them. Anybody can cross the pool." Nobody bit. All right, he said, $1.5 million and my daughter. All of a sudden, splash, one full of bales in. He fights alligators for pretty near 15 minutes, but he finally crosses. He gets to the other end, he's out of breath, and he's hardly get his breath, he's going, and the fellow comes over and says, "Congratulations, young fellow," he said. "What do you want, the money or my daughter?" "Nothing," he said. "I don't want your money, I don't want your daughter." "What do you want then?" "I want the name of the son of a bitch that pushed me in." And another lad, he was back in the hills quite a way. He had a hard job in school, and anyway, I wasn't real good in math. Anyway, he come to the city, and this years ago, and he went and never seen grapefruit before. So looked at us, "Boy, that's something size orange, eh?" And I said, No, that's grapefruit." "Grapefruit," he said. "Yeah." Well, he looked and said, "Wouldn't take very many. That'd make a dozen, would it?" I said, "No, not very many, no." A young hillbilly back quite a while ago too, and they went and he come to school late one day, and the teacher called him on it. She said, how come you're late? Well, he said, I had to take the cow to the bull. She said, is that not something your father couldn't have done? He kind of giggled, no, ma'am, gotta be the bull. And there was a friend that was quite a little bit overweight. He was, well, a fair amount overweight. Anyway, he went, and his wife wanted to go on a diet. And anyway, he kept putting up, and also she bought him some of these Slim Fast shakes. She said, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, have a sensible supper. She said, try it, just see what it works. So anyway, I met him like a day or two later, and he said, you know what he said? Those Slim Fast shakes are pretty good. He said, he went great with a 16-inch pizza. Anyway, I was asking the helper in my shop one day. He went, and he was running about 45 minutes late. And I said, how come you're running so late this morning? Well, I heard the forecast last night, he said, and I had to shovel 6 inches of cloudy skies out of my dooryard. There's a disturbing new survey. And apparently, the amount of single girls looking for husbands is now outnumbered by the amount of husbands looking for single girls. That's not a good thing, maybe. Women might be getting a little too aggressive in the workforce. There's a story about there's a job in the FBI, and they took the top candidates. There was 2 men and a woman. They all pretty well equal scores. So they took in, they done some tests and done quite a few tests, and they were all pretty well even. So they're having a hard job deciding which one to get it. So they said, well, in the FBI, you're going to be able to kill without question. You can't be, hesitating. So he said, going to have a test. He said, you got to go in that room, kill the person in the chair. No end buts, just bang. So, anyway, first fellow come, and they give him a gun, and he went in the room, the person was sitting in a chair, back to them, puts the gun up, they turn around, it was his wife. I couldn't shoot her. So, he was let go. So the next man, he come in. They put him, anyway, he get up, put the gun up, ready to shoot. It was his wife. He couldn't shoot her. So anyway, time of the woman's comes. They told her, look, if you can win, kill that fella in there, job's yours, no problem. So she went in, and she closed the door, and there was no noise, no bang, no nothing. All of a sudden, the biggest bunch of thrashing, and they're just banging and going and moaning and stuff. And she was in there about 15 minutes. Last she went out of bed, she said, holy lips, there were blanks in that gun. I had beat him to death with a chair. And a friend of mine went to India, and he seen a sign on a taxi, English-speaking driver. He said, that's a nice idea, he said, So then he had to go to China. Went to China, same thing, English-speaking driver. And he come back to Canada, and he said, that might not be a bad thing for us to adopt too. It might be a pretty good ring. And a friend talking to my wife, and she said, she said, my boyfriend and I was having a little disagreement on her. My fiancé is having a disagreement. She said, what's that? Well, I want a big church wedding with all the trimmings, and he wants his ring back. So we got to get that sorted out. Woman in the police station, she said, I'd like to report a rape. And the police, oh my soul, when did it happen? She said, about 10 days ago. I said, 10 days ago? Why are you just coming now? Well, she said, I wasn't sure it was rape until the check bounced. There are 2 theories on how to win an argument against a woman. The problem is neither one of them works, so we can throw that one down the tubes. Words to live by. Fact number 1 is 99% of the lawyers that give the rest a bad name. A clear conscience is usually the sign of a bad memory. An elderly woman was in looking for a bra. She wanted a size 34 with a C cup, extra long. And there was two old friends met. They hadn't met in years. And they met, and it was hunting season, so they thought they'd go, maybe go for a hunt together. And they had this one area they went, and it was pretty good hunting there. And they hadn't went there in probably 20 years, so he's sure I'd like to go hunting. He said, I've been hunting a long time, so they got together the next day and they went hunting. So they were going through, and there was a road through the middle of it, so they come out, and there was a highway there, and all of a sudden a funeral procession come by. So the fellow took his hat off and held it to his chest like this, and he went and, said a few words as they're going by, and friends said, that's amazing, you did that just for, it's kind of a nice gesture. Well, he said, it's the least I could do. We were married 32 years.
Yeah.
There's some advantages of women breastfeeding. Number one, it's a perfect formula. Number two, it is inexpensive. Number three, it helps build the immune system up. Number four, it bonds mother and child really well. Number five is always the right temperature. And six is always readily available. And number seven is, it comes in two very attractive containers.
Oh, no.
And the cat can't get at it. A friend of mine lies that bed, Leo. He has to get somebody else to call his own dog. So that's getting pretty bad. My wife's memory getting that bad. This year she hid her own Easter eggs. Hasn't found them yet. I have a new answer machine if you want to get a hold of people and they're tormenting you. And I got it on my machine. It says, hello, you reached Robbie Ward. Sorry we can't take your call right now. But if you care, leave a message. I'm busy making changes in my life. But if you want to leave a message, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If I don't get back to you, you are one of the changes. People may get the hit then, eh? And some people who don't like to discipline their children, they believe timeout is the answer. Well, my dad believed timeout too. One time I was out for almost 15 minutes before I come to again. The Pope had to go to a function, and he had to go there and had to say a few words and stuff like that. So he called for his limo, and he called for his driver. And so anyway, they come and showed up, and anyway, it was about a half-hour drive, so he was sitting back there, and all of a sudden his limo pulled over. And the driver got out, started throwing up, sicker than a dog, and, temperature, and throwing up, and just, bad shape. The Pope said, look, he said, I got to get there. He said, I got my license, no big deal. I haven't drove in a while, but, never forget, there's no big deal. So the fellow get in the back, and Pope get in front. So the Pope's driving along, of course, a little rusty, and he, got to put signal light on. So anyway, a cop happened to see it, so he pulled him over just to come over. So he walked up to the car, and Pope pulled the window down. The cop kind of looked at him for a minute, and he said, you hang on just for a second. So anyway, he came back to his car and called his police chief. He said, Chief, he said, I got somebody really important in the stop. I don't know what to do with them. Whether to, he said, what do you mean? Who are they? I don't know who they are, but I just know they're important. Well, how do you know they're important? Well, he's got the Pope for a chauffeur, so he's got to be up there pretty good. And a young girl about 18 was feeling real bad, talking over with a friend. And she went and she said, just feeling bad sometimes in the morning, sometimes I throw up, and I'm not feeling good, eh? And I don't know what to do. She said, been to a doctor? Well, yeah, but I don't really know what he meant. Well, what did he tell you? Well, how serious is 4 months along? It's fairly serious anyway. A new father went in the delivery room with his son, or with his wife, and he was having a son. And he was quite excited because he had 4 girls, and he wanted a son, and this was all coming about, so he was quite excited about it. So he went in the room with her, and everything was going pretty good, and of course he was excited, and the doctor could tell he was just watching this and watching that and going around and really interested and wanted to take care of stuff. So, when the baby was born, it come out, and he thought he'd give the father a little bit of a, little thing. He's passed the scissors. He said, would you like to cut the umbilical cord? So the fellow looked at the nurse, looked at the doctor, and stuff like that. He said, is there someone else here just a little more qualified? But anyway, apparently there wasn't. Another observation. Self-employed people tend to heal faster than people on salary. Some people create happiness wherever they go. Some people create happiness when they go. When I married my wife, I knew she was Mrs. Right. I just didn't know her first name was always. I learned that later on. Parachute instructor was asked by one of his students, he said, when you jump out of the plane, how long do you have to open your chute? He said, you got the rest of your life.
No shit.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Just like any landing you can walk away from.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good one, yeah. A man, a night watch on the Navy, he was walking up the plank. He was pretty drunk. Walked up the plank and fell off. So he fell in the water below, and so anyway, the night watchman hollered, "Man overboard!" The fellow down in the water said, "Where is he? I'll get him while I'm down here." Another thing is, the element of time depends largely on which side of the bathroom door you're standing on. Woman went to the doctor, asked for a prescription for birth control pills. He said, "Man, don't you remember? I give you a hysterectomy 5 years ago." "No, but I just sleep better if I have some birth control pills." He said, "I've never encountered, sleep pills, inducing sleep." "Well, you missed the point, doctor." He said, "Every morning I drop one of my daughter's orange juice and I sleep a lot better."
Oh my God.
But anyway, these are just a few of the things I have. I get X-rated. I've been collecting these for over 30 years, so I've got a pretty good, some variety of stuff like that for anything from bachelor parties to wedding things, or I can have just an all-around party or gathering or somewhere where you want to laugh and have a good time. If I think you're interested, give me a call at 447-7336. 447-7336, or you can email me at wardrp1956@gmail.com. wardrp1956@gmail.com. And if I can help you out, any questions you got, thanks for taking the time to watch, and hopefully we'll be hearing from you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Now, you know what I'd suggest?
No, that's not.